viewers, welcome back to Shining Force Gaiden. Since the last episode, I want to do some level grinding anyway to get our new friend Yisha here up to on par with the rest of the characters. I discovered not only does she have Blaze, she also learns Bolt, so that's nice. We have one mage with fire and ice and one mage with fire and lightning, so we have a good elemental distribution. And while I was doing that, I ended up, just because the amount of grinding it took, I ended up getting all of our healers up to level 20 and promoting them, so now we have Master Monk Sig. He was by far the worst to level up because at a certain point, defeating the enemies really stopped giving any experience because our levels got too high, and he only has the heal spell, which only gives 10x, unlike our other friends, Mayfair and Cray. Cray here has Boost, which when you use it on the maximum 5 characters gives you 20x. Not bad, it was pretty easy to level him up. He also appears to be just vastly better than Sig. In the guide I was using, it said that Sig gets better healing and Cray gets better attack. That doesn't appear to be true. Maybe they get different spells at higher levels, but Cray appears to be just better completely in every single way. And as for other characters, they're all around like level 16, level 17. It would be very difficult to get them that. It would take a long time to get them up to 20 on this fight, so I am not going to because it would just be like the Lizard Man gives like 10x for defeating it, and that's as best as we get. But yeah, and Mayfair here was also promoted. She is by far our best heal equipped character because she has Aura, which as long as you heal at least 2 people in its radius gives you 25 expa pop. So she was quite easy to level up, and she has also gotten her level 2 Hell, so she can do some actual damage in battle. And she does have level 3 heal. Muddle is not entirely useless. It hits sometimes. It's not that great or anything, but I gotta say, she by far has the best loadout of spells here because the majority of them are actually useful, so that's great. So we're just gonna pop through this battle really quickly. It won't take that long. I'm actually... Yeah, I guess I'll do it the same way I've been doing it while training, just to wrap everything up. We're gonna have our forces sort of reunite in the middle, and then we'll go up to the top and finally defeat the boss. Yeah, the only enemies that we've never defeated are these ones all the way up here in the corner, because that would end the level, so everyone else has been murdered multiple times. Okay, one sec, I'm gonna mute this. Oh yeah, sorry, just really need to cough there. Autumn is upon us now, and so are my seasonal allergies, alas. Yeah, I'm making an effort not to cough into the mic. Some effort, you know, not like an extraordinary effort. Let's not get out of hand here. Man, I use the speed up function while grinding, and it's really hard to go back to normal gameplay. The enemy turns just take way too long. I did also occasionally, even while I was grinding, accidentally hit tab instead of backspace for speed up and then having to go back, so I made a lot of, I updated my save state frequently. It's just such like a muscle memory issue, because I have used a different emulator where I had tab as the fast forward key, so it is super ingrained. But yeah, after this battle, the next battle is actually going to be the one where we get Domingo, so that's going to be really exciting. I'm very hyped about that. I used him in Shining Force 1. I don't know if this is supposed to be the same character, like this is Domingo, or if he's just the same species, like a Domingo is a certain type of animal and he is one. It's not clear. But regardless, he was really fun to use in the first Shining Force game, and I'm hoping he'll be fun to use here as well. Yes, you can see that our units have gotten absurdly strong. Especially Apis and Jaha. Or no, not Jaha, Roos. Jaha is in a couple of other games. They're all starting to blend together, my apologies. To me, Jaha is the canonical warrior character because he's in Shining Force Sword of Asia, and that's the one I played as a kid, so sort of just in my mind. He was also in Shining Force 2, so it's like, have it. But yeah, Roos and Apis have our two, like, they're like better than the next tier of weapons. They're really like the best weapons that we have right now. So they are pretty absurd in terms of strength. They just destroy enemies. You can see that we're getting like 1x from all of these different battles. We are at a point where we kind of can't grind this fight very efficiently. Like, obviously, in theory, we could. It would take a lot of time, but yeah, I'm gonna wait and hopefully we'll have greener pastures in the next fight. At some point, if we're just not getting any more enemies that could give us meaningful X, I'll just promote them as is. Like, it's not like it's gonna make the game impossible to finish or something. They won't reach like their ultimate potential or whatever, but you don't have to do that to beat the game. I just personally happen to enjoy it. See, she got 17 exp there, so killing the lizard man can still give a bit. But that's really the extent of it. And you'll see that she's still level 16, and when Wendy killed the lizard man, she only got 1, so I'm pretty sure at level 17, they're high enough level that the lizard man also doesn't give any exp. So yeah, the grinding prospects here are not great for anyone but the healers. Second attacks seem to happen more in this game than the other games we've played so far. That's just my impression, though. Not that I've measured it, but I just feel like I'm seeing them more than I did. I'm not sure what causes them, if they're completely random or if they're associated with the agility stat or something. It's not totally clear. Oh, we killed those Pegasus Knights many times. I really could have just rushed to the top with my characters on the left here and just killed the boss, but, you know, I figured I should do the level properly, since even though I'm kind of bored of it because I did so much level grinding on this map, obviously, you know, hypothetical viewers might hypothetically want to actually see what the level is like. In theory. Oh yeah, let's show off May's new sprite. We can show off, or Mayfair, yeah, her new sprite. It's basically just like a fancier version of other sprite. Sadly, her attack animation has been upgraded to be a bash over the head with the staff instead of the little like bitch slappy animation she had before, which was much funnier. But her upgrade is pretty cool. It's like a fancier version of the costume she already had, basically, with like more of a jacket at the top and like a fluffier nurse dress or whatever. She kind of looks like she's wearing a super old-timey nurse uniform, I guess. And here's the Master Monk sprite. Basically, take off their shirts and get buff. And then they just punch stuff. There, you can see that he just got like a boatload of X. It's because we saw this in the previous Shining Force games, right? Where when you promote, basically as your level, your number level, like Shade is at level 17, that's what it says in the corner. As that number goes up, the amount of X you get from any given enemy is going to go down, until finally you are at such a high level that you don't get X from it. But when you promote, that numerical level goes back down. Our characters are at level 1 again, etc. And so they get X from it again. Oh, whoops, I thought she had lost HP for some reason, but it was actually just an MP. Oh well. You won't get X for this, sadly. But whatever. Oh, he got 10x, but that doesn't make any sense. This whole time I thought that you had to actually heal damage to get X, because I'm pretty sure that's how it was in the first game, but apparently I was wrong and I was wasting my time waiting for people to actually get injured. But anyway, yeah, since their numerical level is once again low, they once again get full X from these kills, even though they, in theory, are actually more powerful than before because they're promoted, but the game's X calculation evidently does not care about that, it just cares about the number of your level. And to be fair, if we didn't grind them all the way up to 20, then, you know, they wouldn't be quite as absurdly strong, and obviously that does help you, like... I mean, obviously it's like good that it's designed that way, because otherwise it would make it really difficult to ever train your promoted characters, or you'd hit a point in the game where you had to be promoted to fight the enemies if they made them stronger. So it'd be kind of a problem. But yeah, they catch up quickly, and then, you know, you're kind of back to square one. Yeah, delaying. I have no idea what the hell Sniper is doing. He could have attacked our weakened characters and probably killed them, but mysteries abound. But yeah, waiting to promote like the level grinding to actually get them up to the cap is definitely somewhat painful. But once you do it, the characters will grow so quickly in level because they're at low levels again that you just have such a huge power boost so rapidly that I think it is indeed worth it. Everyone just hates Sig, and I feel bad because I'm like, kind of agree. He was by far, of the three characters that we have promoted, he was the worst to train because he didn't have a good way to get exp, and he also just sucks more. Like, he still only has hell level 1, and his attack is also bad, but he's also a worse healer. So, like compared to Mayfair, and he doesn't have a good support spell like Cray. So it's just like, what are you bringing to the table? I don't know if maybe he's the one who gets heal 4, and Cray doesn't, but when you have Mayfair who has Aura, and Sieg just, I feel like having Sieg and having Cray and Mayfair would give you plenty of both healing and attack, because he's health. And then there's no real need to have Sieg also. So he does feel slightly like he just takes up space. Like, I'm sorry, buddy. I really wanted to like you, but honestly, you had some of the same problems as Gong from the first game, where he wasn't a great healer, but he wasn't as good at healing as the dedicated healers, but he also wasn't as good at attacking as the dedicated attackers. So he was kind of just there, being. And the thing is, I usually love hybrid characters who can perform multiple roles, but in that game, it just happened that the hybrid character was just too weak at both of the roles. You need them to be like at least okay. And, some games don't do that as well, and you end up with characters who can't really do anything all that well. And obviously you also have the problem in some games where, like, you don't need the hybrid character, so then it's like, why are you here? Gotta take out this Master Mage, because the Master Mage is still very dangerous to us because of Blaze 3. There we go. 1 exp. That's all. Okay, Moose, why don't you kill this Peg Knight? Hopefully it won't dodge. Very good. But yeah, you can see that he and Apis can both just one-shot a fair amount of these enemies because of their absurd high-level weapons. Okay, stock. Oh, and you can see that I did go on a shopping spree and upgrade everyone. That's why our archers now have weapons that have range 3. And I think they all have like the Robin arrow or whatever. So yeah, everyone's actually a bit better because their weapons got upgraded. So that's good. See, we went a little higher up this time, so oh, she's gonna die. Oh well. Didn't have time to heal. All the times, unless he just isn't attacking us for... does he not have an attack? What is going on with the AI? It's just making so many baffling decisions here. Maybe the AI is also tired of doing this map over and over, and it's like, please just win. But yeah, in all my previous runs this map, I actually didn't go up to the top because I didn't want to aggro, the boss of the level and finish the level. So in this one, I just lazily was like, whatever, and now we're obviously been aggroed all this stuff and got hit by the Master Mage. As usual, laziness is my biggest foe here because I'm like, sure, I'll just charge into this pile of enemies, whatever. Let's show off Aura. We don't really need Aura 2 for this, but whatever. Let's go for it. We're not really going to be using her X for much else. We're not getting hurt that much. You can see as in previous games, it has a very large area of effect. And it heals a lot. It's very effective. And it gets her a goodly chunk of X. 25x means if she uses it 4 times, she levels up. So it's very easy to level her up. Excellent. There we go. Stay taking out these Pegasus Knights. Yeah, we're almost done with this level, and it's only like halfway through the video, so... well, I guess we'll see how long the cutscene is after this. I think it might actually be a bit lengthy, so, you know, these videos might just start tending to be more like, you know, 20, 25 minutes instead of 30, because some of the battles aren't as long, you know, and we don't have the exploring the town aspect, so, you know, that obviously means it takes less time as well. We're just fighting these enemies for no particular reason. They don't give a lot of X or anything. We're just, you know, just kind of mopping it up. I actually don't know whether this level requires you to kill every single enemy or if there's a boss. I was sort of assuming there's a boss, but I didn't actually check. So maybe we'll end up killing everything anyway. Who knows? And even if there's a boss, I don't know whether it's the bishop or that other wizardy dude. Wizardy dude, that's the technical term. This guy here, the sorcerer. Yeah, I guess a sorcerer is a wizardy dude. Alright, let's try out Blaze 3. Yeah, Yisha did require, you know, a little grinding. Obviously, she came in below her and awesome level. But she strengthened quickly. Now, she is one of our top mages. Well, I guess we only have 2 mages, but they're both quite good. Wendy and Yisha can definitely put the hurt on enemies, and I love having a party full of magic users. So I'm hyped. Plus we have Mayfair, you know, for magical healing with a little bit of attack magic from Blast, which in this game is called Hell for reasons that are unclear. So I'm quite happy with how the party, and we'll be getting Domingo, so I'm happy with how the party is shaping up. Probably we will replace Sieg because he's just not very good. That's the thing, he's just not good. And I feel like we don't really need a third healer because Mayfair has aura, so she can heal up a lot of our characters very quickly, and if we need spot healing, you know, 1 backup with Cray is plenty. Well, let's have her just attack. I think she could finish this guy off. And I really like bashing things to death with the healers just because it's so ridiculous. It cracks me up. Yeah, Cray, honestly, I think is our more useful master monk because he has higher attack, he has boost, which is useful, and, you know, we don't really need more than the healing he has. He's, you know, if we need to heal someone and Mayfair can't grab them with aura, then he's fine to, you know, patch up around the edges. We don't really need an extra healer. And even him, depending on how much I end up liking the other secret character, Domingo and Amigo. Get it? Wow, that outfit is a lot sillier than I thought from the map sprite. It's like so many layers of fabric. Good job, Sieg. 1 last hurrah for Sieg. Well, actually, that'll be next chapter, yeah. After that, we'll have Domingo. Actually, with the cutscene after this, we'll probably come in, you know, maybe 25 minutes. That's not bad. I mean, arguably shorter videos are better, right? In theory, if I actually posted this anywhere, like, more frequent shorter videos is more rewarded by the algorithms, right? From what I understand. Although again, it's possible that the viewers will remain hypothetical and this will just live on my hard drive forever. As just a weird project I work on. The vast majority of the creative stuff I do, it just stays on my hard drive. I don't like to show it to anybody. Oh good, we managed to get Yisha up to level 17, so we're gradually boosting up the levels in the party. Oh good, there we go. Battle wrapped up. Now, this character is also in Shining Force Certification, which is the sequel to this one. I never really used him in my party, but still, I'm like, he's cool, right? He's like a bear dude or something, and he's a berserker, so he doesn't use a weapon. Prince Nick, you've returned, and you've brought warriors with you. You sure scared Edmund. That's the king, if you remember, his dad. Which you probably do remember, because for a hypothetical viewer, this would be one video ago, whereas for me, it's like a couple days because I had stuff to do and didn't record. I always have less of an idea of what's going on than someone actually watching this would have. What is it, Prince? Please talk to me. Nick hasn't spoken since we found out he was a Cyprus prince. Why? I don't fucking know. He hasn't talked. How would I know? Nick didn't tell us the truth about his origins. Frankly, we're not sure we could trust Nick. Oh man, poor Nick. But he led us this whole way. You must trust him. He went to Guardiana to save your country, did he? He's a noble warrior and the rightful king of Cyprus. He wanted to stay and avenge his father. Oh right, Edmund is his uncle. Right, so I guess he like murdered the king. He went to help you first. Nick, you should have told us, so I'm not sure we would have believed you, so I guess his actions were probably for the best. We're with you now. Wow, it actually took very little to convince the party. This guy they've never met told them he was on the up and up, so they're like, sure. We're with you now and we'll help you avenge your father. Now that that's settled, we can stop and rest in the port town. So this is actually really interesting, because I played the sequel where basically you just know Nick as the Prince of Cyprus, like he's just there. Cyprus is just another country that you're like associated with. And so I didn't know this whole backstory of how he became the Prince of Cyprus, the King of Cyprus or whatever. Yeah, that's funny, he's not the king in Sword of Asia, he's referred to as Prince Nick. Did he just like not take he was like, we'll just keep the title of king in memoriam or something? Like, why is he... Now I'm kind of wondering about that. Maybe the end of this game will explain it. Maybe the gap between the two games is just really short, so they didn't have the coronation yet. I'm not sure. But this is interesting that, I guess, Edmund, the current king, murdered his brother, the previous king, and now Prince Nick has set out to right this wrong, and is rescuing Guardiana, who has suffered because of Edmund's actions. You arrest in the port town, and tomorrow we'll go to the palace and confront Edmund. Wow, this is quick. Gaiden the BST. What? I thought he was a berserker, but maybe it's like beast, like he's a beast warrior or something? I could have sworn he was a berserker in the second game, but maybe they were translated differently, or maybe he just has a different class. I have no idea. Okay. Let's talk to our new buddy. I don't think I talked to Yisha on camera, so let's do that as well. You'll need a magic user. I'm coming with you. And Gaiden, I've devoted my life to my prince and Cyprus. Cool. And as you can see, he has no items. He doesn't need them. He is a berserker who fights with his bare hands. Haha, his bare hands. Because I think he might actually be a bear. Or maybe a panther. If he took his helmet off, it would be easier to tell because we could see his ears. He's only level 10 though. He came in a bit behind, and there's not really room in the party for him. So, unfortunately, he will not be joining us on our adventures, but you know, he'll be providing moral support. See if there's anything new in the shop. Yeah, now I think what we're gonna start facing here. Oh, actually no, Nick can use it, so we are getting new weapons. We already had one of these. I'm sort of debating because I think once we promote them, we'll have to buy an entire other set of new weapons. Because we'll have to give them promoted weapons. But then it's like, on the other hand, you know, we have 50,000 gold, so what are we saving it for? Decisions. I think I won't buy anything for now. Let's just watch the cutscene. Apparently this is a humorous cutscene, so we'll see how that goes. Stop, everybody. Humor is not these games' strong point, in my opinion. It will be hard to hide from Wall Doll here, in this giant, open, empty field. Yeah, I would say that. Yeah, it would be hard. Oh, and his sprite, it kind of looks like his ears are sticking out of his helmet. That's cute. They look pointy, so maybe he is a panther, like he's some kind of cat. The Pampas, is a Pampas like a Pampas, like some sort of land formation, like a plains or something? I should look that up. It's so flat and barren. No rocks, no trees, except the one you're literally standing on, buddy. We'd be easy to spot. Let's rest here until nightfall. I'll stand guard while the rest of you sleep. Oh man, we instantly built some tents. Yeah, well, at least it was short. I just don't think humor is this game's strong point. When it's dark enough to cover us, we'll go. Uh-oh, I think we already failed to hide from Waldall. I mean, he's a wizard. We probably should have assumed that he would have some means of finding us. My prince resting comfortably? Waldall, come out and face us. He's right there, buddy. Gaiden, what you are seeing is just a projection. It can't harm you, but my soldiers can. And here they come now. Attack! And that's why we fight a night battle. Nick, wake up. We're under attack. I like how we color-coded the tents so the boys are in the blue tents and the girls are in the red tent. It's like this army decided to buy color-coded tents, or make them, I guess, so that their army, you know, so they'd have like, it's like buying baby clothes or something. It's like, that seems oddly impractical for an army. It's like such a weird thing for them to do. Yes, Nick, come on out. I promised Waldall that you would die today. Well, you don't have a face portrait, so I'm gonna assume you're not important and we'll just be killed. Oh, we're required to use Gaiden? Well, I guess he's here. So here's this night map. It is indeed, apparently this is a pampas. Maybe that's like, it looks like it's surrounded by mountains, so maybe that refers to like a plains in the middle of mountains or something. I will actually look that up after this video. Let's take a peek at the map and then we'll do the battle and find our new friend next time. So let's see, we've got some gargoyles, they have Blaze and Dispel. Big force of troops here. This is our upgraded archer, I guess, the bow rider. Still have some lizardy friends. The sorcerer, the black ring. The arch knight. The deadly born. That's interesting. So it's just a skeleton, but it's called the deadly born, which is a quite impressive name. Got some bishops. I gotta say, the bishop, the sprite, looks more like a wizard because the hat is like a wizard hat with a little point at the top. It doesn't look very bishop-ish. This may be my prejudice as a Catholic, because to me, bishop hats look like the one Catholic bishops wear, which doesn't look like a little wizard hat. It looks like this silly folded napkin thing. So to my mind, that's the bishop. If you're not wearing a napkin on your head, it's like, are you actually a bishop? And the sorcerer, yeah, but this is basically just big open plain. But the key here is that hiding over here by the lake is Domingo. So we're gonna have somebody search there, and we will be able to add him to our party. This looks like it'll mostly just be us walking across a big open field, so it'll be one of the many outdoor battles where basically you're just walking someplace. But I'm gonna see how much XP these enemies give. If the Deadlyborn actually levels us up, maybe this is the spot to grind and get us to 20. If it does not, then maybe this is the spot to give up and just promote. We'll see. You know, I guess it depends on when we run into the upgraded weapons, because at that point it's like, you know, we kind of want to be able to use those, the ones from promoted characters. But for now, thank you for watching, hypothetical viewers. We finally found out about Nick's motivation for joining us and doing all this. And we got to meet the prince's guard, Gaiden, who's like a cool panther dude who fights with his claws, I guess, and wears some pretty snazzy armor. And I hope you look forward to the next episode where we will add friend Domingo to the party. Next time on Shining Force 2.